Happy New Year, heroes of Arcasia. Back again with another episode of Patch Notes with Henry. This time we're going to cover the first major update of 2025, which is going to be the Frosty Fate update. That is kind of named after the big Kazeros Raid that's going to be coming in, something we'll talk about in a second. A big feature of the update. It's going to bring a whole suite of endgame changes to Lost Ark, so it's going to be a pretty exciting update. And then on top of that, we have some other fun stuff. Our anniversary event is going to start a little bit early since this is taking place at kind of the end of January and our anniversary is in early February, and a bunch of other cool stuff that we'll get through. For this one, we'll talk through the major pieces of content, look at some of the MTX videos that are coming in, and I'll give you a few highlights of other changes that are arriving. But with that, let's dive right into it. So let's start off with the big piece of content coming. That is going to be Kazeros Raid Act 2, Requiem of the Floating Nightmare. This is going to further the story of the war in North Kurzan. The Allied forces have developed a new operation to turn the tides of battle in the war against Kazeros' legions. The Allied forces have kind of set out across Kurzan to create a barrier to protect their forces, but in a key region needed to be secured for that plan to succeed, they're going to face Belshazzar in a harsh, icy battleground, providing the perfect backdrop for Belshazzar's own chilling new ice powers. She has kind of a new look and has some new powerful attacks that you're going to have to face. So the Kazeros Raid Act 2 is going to be an 8-player raid that features 2 gates and will require item level 1670 for normal mode or 1690 for the hard difficulty. The most dangerous and critical operation of the Allied forces victory begins, and you're going to have the help of some of those Allied forces members in the raid with some new skills arriving. In Gate 1, you're going to have access to Jederico, Azina, and Afernia. And then in Gate 2, you're going to have access to Allied Forces skills from Jederico, Azina, and Gusto. So kind of some new powers and new toys to play with in that raid. Should be really cool. And the raid is going to introduce a ton of new systems. I'll talk quickly through some of those rewards, and then we'll do a little bit of a deeper dive into those systems. So first off, it's going to start dropping Shadow of Karma and Destiny Stones, which are new materials for the Karma progression system that is going to be the main progression system that this raid adds into the game. And then also another big power increase that you're going to have access to are going to be the addition of Tier 4 bracelets, which are going to drop in this raid and some others as well. So like I said, we'll talk about those new progression systems in a second, but let me quickly rattle off a bunch of other things that the raid is going to be adding. There's going to be 4 new titles, 4 new trophies, 3 new soundtracks, a new MVP background, and then a bunch of new stuff is going to be added to the Kazeros Raid Exchange for you to exchange, your progression items for once you have some of those systems maxed out. So let's talk about what the Karma progression system is. It's going to be a new set of skill trees where players can earn combat stats and arc passive related effects by progressing through it. You can earn stronger effects by increasing the Karma levels and ranks after unlocking Karma. And one important note before diving into all the details, the Karma system is only applied when the character that you're working on it with has the arc passive turned on. So at a high level, there's going to be 3 skill trees for the Karma system. One that corresponds with each tab of the arc passive system. So there's an evolution tree, an enlightenment tree, and a leap tree. So you can unlock Karma in the arc passive UI. Unlocking Karma requires gold and Shadow of Karma, which is what's earned from the Belshazzar raid. When you first unlock it, it's going to start off at rank 1, level 1, and the first level and rank will be applied there. As you progress, each Karma tree has 2 types of progression. There's increasing the rank and increasing the level. Ranks are increased vertically in the skill tree, and levels are indicated by the horizontal nodes. Each rank has 5 levels that need to be progressed through before reaching the next rank. So you'll go over 1, 2, 3, 4, and then move up to the next rank and keep going through it. So there's a total of 6 ranks and 30 levels once you've fully maxed it out. Let's talk about some of the buffs that you're going to get. The evolution tree, each level, so once again that's the horizontal track, increases your max HP, and when you increase the rank, it's going to increase the evolution type damage and brand power that your character is outputting. For the Enlightenment tree, the level horizontally increases your weapon power, and when you increase that rank and go up vertically in the tree, it's going to grant Enlightenment points for your arc passive, so a huge power increase. And for Leap, the final one, the level increases the Hyper Awakening skill damage, and then the rank grants Leap points so that you can start to access that locked part of the tree in the Leap arc passive tab that's been there since we got arc passive a couple months ago. All right, let's talk about how you progress through those karma ranks and levels. First off, for karma rank progression, that's going to require gold and shadows of karma, which are earned from the Braille Raid. The maximum rank is 6, and increasing the karma rank is automatic. You just get it when you pay that cost of the Braille mats plus the gold. It just instantly increases to the next rank. Then you go back to the levels. The level progression, on the other hand, requires gold and destiny stones. Destiny stones can be earned from various tier 4 contents, such as Kazeros Raid Act 2 and the field boss Sevek Atun. The tier 4 content that previously provided chaos stones will now provide those destiny stones as well, instead of the chaos stones. So each karma level attempt has a probability of successfully achieving it, meaning it is kind of a random chance to get it. I think it starts off around 20% success chance, and then each level you go through, kind of like honing, it gets a little bit harder to do. But then as you move up a rank, those chances increase back to what they were. So level 1 is always a higher chance, and then it gets a little harder for level 2, 3, 4, and 5. But it does have a pity system called Karma's Energy, very similar to the Artisan's Energy system for honing. You can check your upgrade status in the new Karma level and rank progression UI that's being added to the game and see, just how it works. I definitely encourage you to hop in there and take a look at it once the update drops. So let's talk about another key progression vector that's arriving in Lost Ark in this update. That is going to be tier 4 bracelets. We've added both relic and ancient bracelets to the game, which allow you to earn Leap arc passive points and can be earned from a bunch of activities. They've been added to the existing Chaos Dungeons and the new one that's coming. Talk about some of those new activities in a minute. They've been added to Guardian raids, to some of the dispatches from your stronghold that go out, and also to various Kazeros raids. You'll be able to earn the relic ones if you're completing Echidna on hard mode, and then depending on whether you're doing normal or hard mode for A gear, you'll get relic bracelets for normal and ancient ones from hard, and then same with the new Belshazzar raid. You're going to get relic bracelets if you're completing the normal difficulty, and then ancient ones when you get to that hard mode. So there's a ton of way to earn these new bracelets. Cool, so now that we touched on where you can earn them, let's go through kind of some of the benefits that they provide. So we already mentioned that tier 4 bracelets are going to provide leap points. That's going to allow you to unlock new abilities in that arc passive leap skill tree, especially combined with the karma system. You'll be able to get like a lot of power out of that new level with, you get 9 leap points if you have a relic bracelet, or 18 leap points if you have an ancient bracelet. Then on top of that, tier 4 bracelets function pretty similarly to how they did in tier 3, where each one has some set like fixed effects that come when you drop the bracelet, and then a few bonus slots where you can, re-roll and get different perks. It has a different list of perks from tier 3, but there's some very similar effects, some like, frontal attack damage or back attack damage, critical crit rate increases, that sort of thing. But there is a whole new list of perks that's going to be available for those. It also has some new features, so let's talk through some of those. The first one that we have is you can select between the existing bonus and the new bonus when you are rolling a bracelet. So when re-rolling the bracelet's effects, players can select between retaining the existing bonus effects or applying the new bonus. Before, when you'd roll those bracelets, you would just get the new effect, even if the one you had on it might have been acceptable or something okay. So now when the new effects pop up, you can select if you want to keep the existing ones or go with the new ones. A little bit different from Tier 3 bracelets though, all granted bonuses will stay or be changed depending on what you end up choosing. Another new feature with Tier 4 bracelets is called the Bracelet Bonus Rework. It's a new system that when you have a Bracelet Bonus Rework ticket, you can do additional reworks or rerolls on a bracelet for a maximum of 3 extra times per bracelet. So maybe you have like a really good fixed effect on it and you want a few more chances at pairing up a good combo of effects with that. It lets you roll that bracelet a few more times. Those tickets are going to be available from a few different pieces of content, including the new Kazeros Raid. Another Tier 4 bracelet feature is they're going to have that same upgrade ability from Relic to Ancient, very similar and using the same rules that Tier 3 Relic to Ancient bracelets had. But you'll need to reach item level 1680 to use the Tier 4 bracelet upgrade feature. The upgrade is going to require 100 crushed Radiant Savior bracelets, which is what's earned from dismantling other ancient bracelets. And after upgrading, only new bonuses earned from the upgrade can be changed, regardless of the remaining bonus application attempts. And if you use those bonus rework tickets we just talked about, that won't be changed after the upgrade. It won't like re-give you those rerolls or anything like that. Up next, let's talk about the Frontier system. It's going to be a new system coming to the game, and when it's applied, raid difficulty, like damage and HP of the boss, will decrease for raid bosses as time goes on. That means those clearing brand new content can enjoy similar difficulty to Korea when the raid releases, and others can enjoy an easier version as time passes. Ultimately, this will make the raid more approachable for casual players, while also lessening the kind of re-clear or homework difficulty later on. The Frontier system is going to start at Stage 3 and have a new stage every 2 weeks. So it's going to go from Stage 3 at the beginning, which is going to be the same difficulty as Korea, then move down to Stage 2, 1, and then when it hits 0, that's where it's going to be for homework or farm content in continuity. We're still working on tuning some of the final numbers as we approach the update. You know, I'm filming this in advance. The other thing that we're looking to add to incentivize kind of clearing it early in those, early stages and rewarding players for doing, the harder stuff is if you beat the early stages before it reaches 0, you'll be rewarded with a first clear bonus. Some of the things that could be included are going to be titles, honing material chests, raid specific rewards, for Brel, like bracelet reroll tickets, bound gold, and maybe some other new mats as well. So we're really looking forward to this being a new system, allowing hardcore players to still have that, real authentic hard raid experience right when it comes out, but also not be frustrated when, they're re-clearing it and farming it later on, and also making it more approachable to newer, more casual players over time, especially maybe if someone's starting off on normal mode and then needs to move to hard mode at some time. It makes that adjustment easier. So as it is a new system, we'd love any feedback you have. Let us know. We really appreciate it and we'll be on the lookout for it. Cool, so let's talk about some other content updates that are coming to the game. With the Tier 4 bracelets being added in, new Kazeros Raid, there's going to be a bunch of new endgame activities that kind of accompany that. First off, we have the Skolakia Guardian Raid. That's going to be added at Purification level 2 and available for item level 1680 plus players to challenge it. When you harvest the Guardian Soul from Skolakia, you can earn Tier 4 Relic or Ancient bracelets and Tier 4 Relic or Ancient accessories. So also a new way of earning some of those accessories, getting some more fragments, or getting some bracelet drops and getting ready to level up both your leap points or start looking for some of those cool bracelet perks. To accompany that, Kurzan Front has a new Abydos operation, which is going to be the 3rd Abydos operation. That's also going to be available to item level 1680 plus players, and in that you're also going to be able to drop what we talked about for Skolakia with Ancient and Relic bracelets and Ancient and Relic accessories. On top of that, it's also going to drop Ebony Cube 2nd unlock tickets, which is also added in this update, a new level of Ebony Cube, also 1680 plus. You can enter that once you have those new tickets, and you can earn those both from the Chaos Dungeon or from the Guild Bloodstone shop. Those 3 activities are going to be great for helping player progression, dropping some of these new accessories, ancient accessories, and of course bracelets on top of that. But there's going to be a bunch of other kind of general little content adjustments as well. We'll rapid fire through some of those now. There's going to be a new Una's quest with some important items, such as crafting recipes for flame magic scrolls, which is a new battle item, and a cooking item that's needed for the North Kurzan Adventurer's Tome. So a pretty key Una's task. We're also adding a new Chaos Gate for item level 1680 and above that gives more rewards than the 1640 to now 1679 Chaos Gate. That's going to be the previous bracket. We also increased the probability to earn various runes in a bunch of different pieces of content. It's a bunch of runes. If you want to see that full list, it's going to be in the written patch notes. Go check it out there. And then to ensure the total supply of sidereal energies remains consistent, we are slightly adjusting its drop rate in existing endgame content. And final rapid fire one, we increase the probability and decrease the pity timer to acquire the Enlightenment Point potion from the field boss Sevek Atun. That's going to make it easier for players to get that, especially with Karma coming out and some new points. Hopefully everyone will be able to max out those trees and get a sizable damage increase from all that new stuff coming in. All right, up next, let's talk about some events. We got a big one coming in this month with the Festa of Arcasia. That's going to be our new anniversary event that is going to take place on an anniversary island. It's going to have some new quests, new event shop, new coins, all of that stuff. And the Balthor raid is going to come back as that event raid where you can earn some bonus coins. It's kind of a fun twist on it. We're adding spicy food in instead of some of the beer that was in there previously. But it should be a good time if you're looking for a fun and flavorful event to do. I can't believe it's been, 3 years already. 3rd anniversary coming up is pretty crazy. We're super excited for it and hope you have fun in this event. We're going to take a look at some of the skins that are coming, but a little spoiler alert, we will be giving away a free set of skins as an anniversary present. So stay tuned to the end of this video to see those showcased. The anniversary itself doesn't happen until early February, so you can expect some more anniversary focused content there once players have faced Brel and whatnot. But we are adding it in this update so you can start getting some of those coins, have access to that exchange, and access to that event. So for existing events, the Playtime event will continue. It'll have some adjusted rewards in there. And then we're ending 3 events, the Hyper Awakening Road event, the Makoko Boot Camp event, and the Toto's Ice Castle event are going to be drawing to a close with this. We've seen a lot of feedback on the Makoko Boot Camp event and, players really liking it and also having some feedback over some of the rewards and other things in there. So while it is going away for a little bit, we are going to be looking at bringing this back with maybe some updated rewards or other things. But your feedback has been super appreciated on that, and we're really glad to hear how many people enjoyed, the event as a whole. So we're taking a second look at it, but are definitely excited to bring that back in the future for sure. Up next, let's talk about store updates. We have 3 new collections that are going to be coming in this update. We have a new Arc Pass. It's the Priest of Time Arc Pass that has 3 tracks. There's a normal free track, a premium one, and then the super premium one. And each one of those has some different rewards, progression materials, and then of course the super premium is where you get access to some of those cool cosmetics. Let's take a look at some of the cosmetics you can get from that Arc Pass right here. The next collection arriving is going to be the New Year's skin. We have the Dragon Knight collection coming in. some really cool ones. Let's take a look at how those look right now. And the final collection, the one I'm looking forward to the most personally, is going to be the Korean anniversary skins arriving for our anniversary, the community design skins. There's some really cool ones in there. In our version, they're going to be called Journey's Afterimage, but really looking forward to giving these out. Let's take a look at what the community was able to cook up in Korea. All right, so going to wrap up with another community question. We'll frame this around those skins coming in. I plan on picking up a bunch myself, but I think I'm going to use my first free one on my main, which is my Glavier. Let us know in the comments below which character you're going to use those new skins on, which one you're looking forward to the most. There's a lot of good options, so we want to see, what you're looking forward to from that collection. As always, if you have any feedback at all, let us know in the comments. It's always helpful for us. And super helpful for us as well if you can like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It lets us know you like this kind of content heading forward. As always, I'll see you in Arcasia, and good luck facing Brel.